Balamdiko, Gundulumbaler, Balamdiko, Gundulumbaler, young indai, Yango, Gundai, Yango, Balamdiko, Gundulumbaler. Yadani Australian Nabayagari Murumaka Da Kolamaiki Berendangalehu Biki Numba Ikita Milim Murumba Bulkairi Yadini Australia Boo. Yadani Australia means advanced Australia in strength, and in particular the strength which is contained in wisdom. Bulkari, Marumba, Mianjinu, that's welcome to Brisbane in the language of the Turrbal people. Bulkari, Marumba, Karilpanu, that's welcome to this particular part of Brisbane in the language of the Turrbal people. My name is Maruchi Baramba, which means the Black Swan, from those people who sing up the wind, hence the painting on the back of my cloak. A little bit about the Turrbal people. We were actually documented as being extinct or on the verge of extinction way back in the early 1860s, and it's just been one small family that has survived the impact of European settlement upon our ancestral homelands. In saying that, though, we acknowledge we're a part of a much larger sub-societal group, which takes in all the tribes of southeastern Queensland, and an even larger societal group, which takes in all of the tribes from along the Queensland-New South Wales border, as well as central Queensland. Me, myself, I'm actually from an Aboriginal reserve up in Kingaroy. The Queenslanders in the room will know where that is. Yeah, in historical times, Queensland government had laws whereby all persons deemed to be Aborigines were all rounded up and either placed on a government reserve or church mission. Not all persons of Aboriginal genetics were taken to those places, it was just mainly the ones who were still living traditional Aboriginal lifestyles, and the purpose of that was to protect us from further harm, and later it became Preservation and Protection Act, and that's what it did as well. So, so when coming from those kind of places, generally those reserves were melting pots of tribes, so it wouldn't be a strange thing when meeting a Queensland Aboriginal person, you find out we are multi-tribal in our ancient Australian identity. I'm descended from 6 different Queensland tribes, so I'll be here all day trying to explain it also. And also, I slipped that bit of music into our welcomes. It's mainly and that's the Australian national anthem in the local language of the Brisbane people, the ancient Brisbane people, and it's mainly to reciprocate the respect which is afforded to us whenever we do these kind of activities. So when we do welcome ceremony, it is done as a blessing of a gathering and song. I shall do that now. I would like to wish each of you all the very best on your journey through life, and I would also like to extend the appreciation of the Turrbal people to the organisers of this event for having us here in this capacity. I shall now sing the blessing of the gathering. Mandabaritha, Muriana men. Mandabaritha, Muriana men. Bisalgaria thai, Gavai kari buja manda barita And for the internationals in the room, I'll just explain what I'm going to do next, and that is an extract of one of my poems. It's an ode to Australia, and it reflects on our 3 national flags. And it's all done in the spirit of reconciliation. Australia is going through a process of reconciliation between the original people from here, this continent, as well as those who have come, the New World Australians. So I shall now start the poem. I call it an ode to Australia because it's an extract of my poem. Respecting the yellow sun on the black and red, that is a sign of hope for the road ahead. That white 5-point star, tari, green, black and blue, the guiding light we respect too. And in reverence we stand towards that big cross from up there in our southern nights with the 3 saints' crosses, red, blue, white, St. Patrick, St. George and St. Andrew, flying in the breeze upon the royal blue. That yellow sun on the black and red, that is the sign of hope for the road ahead. That white 5-point star, green, black and blue, the guiding light we respect too. And in reverence we stand towards that big cross from up there in our southern nights with the 3 saints' crosses, red, blue, white, St. Patrick, St. George and St. Andrew, flying in the breeze upon the royal blue. Karinyanami Jujumobironu Karinyanami Karinyanami Jujumobironu Karinyanami Jujumobironu Karinyanami Jujumobironu.
How you going, guys? My name is Ran Hooper. I come from the Coomera and the Kunya people. So over here we've got Ani Marichu from the Turrbal people, and they welcome me in here to do their didgeridoo performances when they need me. So my closest tribal lands to me is about 600 k's west from here, straight out west, and my hometown is Cunnamulla, which is about probably 1,000 k's west from here. All right, so this Yidaki, or didgeridoo, is a performance I'm going to do for you today. But me being a cultural educator that I am, I like to explain the sounds. So a lot of people have heard the didgeridoo, but we want to understand how to make the sounds and what each sound represents. All right, so I'm just going to speak through the didgeridoo and hopefully we can hear it properly. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to blow a raspberry to get it started. So it's up. Now to change that pitch, all I'm doing is sliding my tongue back and forth at the same time. If I flick my tongue, we'll get the kangaroo bouncing. If I move my tongue back and forth very fast, we'll get the boomerang. So the louder it is means it's closer, the softer it is means it's further away. Next one we have is our kookaburra. Then we have our dingo, which will growl, howl and bark. For the party tricks, we can say words like didgeridoo. All right, now the hardest bit is being able to play the didgeridoo non-stop. We call that circular breathing. So what I'm doing is I'm blowing out my mouth and I'm breathing back through my nose at the same time. So what I do now is when I do my circular breathing, it changes the sound a little bit. So I'll use that in a rhythm and a beat to make a cool little sound.
G'day. I'd like to start by thanking Auntie Marucci and thanking her for the beautiful welcome to country, and acknowledge that we're meeting on the unceded lands of the Turrbal people and the other Indigenous mob that lived in and around what we now know of as Brisbane, and pay, on behalf of the local organising committee, our respects to elders past, present and future elders. As you walk around Brisbane, we encourage you to look out for some of the educational signs that you'll read about the Brisbane River and about the history that goes back 30, 40, 50, 60,000 years of continuous occupation on these lands. And really, it's a warm welcome from the heart from our Indigenous brothers and sisters to learn about that history and enrich our experience of living on country. So thank you once again, Auntie Marucci. I'd like to welcome, on behalf of Lena, who'll speak in a minute, and the rest of the organising committee, and OHBM Australia, the broader community. I think there's 600 or 700 of us here in OHBM Australia now. Welcome everybody to Australia, to Southeast Queensland and to Brisbane. And we sincerely hope and reasonably confident that you're all going to have a wonderful time here. You're going to have an excellent, enriching scientific experience. I'd like to thank Marta and the program committee for putting together a wonderful scientific program. I'm also pretty confident that you're going to have a wonderful time walking around Brisbane. Personally, I ran along the river and through the botanical gardens, and it's just a wonderful country to come and have this meeting. And I also guess that you're going to have a bit of a party here, you're going to have a good time, you're going to meet a lot of new people and go home with an enriched experience. I didn't do a lot of the organising, so I'd like to thank Lena, who was the co-chair of the organising committee, the rest of the organising committee, and Beth, and I'll hand over to Lena to say a little bit more about how we came to be here in 2025 for OHBM.
Thank you. Thanks everyone. Welcome to Brisbane. I don't have much to add to that. I'd also like to thank everyone on the local organizing committee. It wasn't just Michael and myself, it was a whole team of people who organized the conference, and definitely also the executive team, Beth and her team. They like to stay in the background, but they do a lot of work throughout the entire year. Brisbane is a beautiful city, so I really, really urge you to explore the city. It's a very safe city. People are very friendly. It's a small city, but there's a lot to see, a lot to do. So we have a wonderful program, but I really encourage you to also go out and explore the city. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful time here. And it's great to see so many international people here. I know it's a long journey, so I really appreciate you made the trip here. Thank you.
I'd just like to mirror to say thank you for your long journeys to this place. And another way of talking about having a chat or a conversation on Indigenous land is to have a yarn. So we hope you have a wonderful yarn while you're here. We're now going to hand over to the chair of OHBM, Sylvain. So thank you.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Lena. My name is Sylvain Baillet. I have the honor to be the chair of the council of this organization. This is your organization, your home away from home, I guess, at least on the professional side of things and training side of things. It's a safe place for you, especially in these days and months where we are looking at the world, in some corners of the world, at the edge of chaos. Brutality stepping in corners of the world where we would not have expected brutality to manifest so violently. So thank you so much to all of you for being here today as a testimony for science and community. I would like to start and continue this ceremony by thanking everyone who contributed to the success, undoubtedly, of this edition of OHBM annual meeting, starting with my fellow council members with whom I've had the pleasure to work over the past year. I encourage everyone, regardless of the stage of your career, to engage in the life and blood of this community. So whenever you see an announcement or call for application to put your name in the ballot, please do so. It's very fun. It's very, you learn a lot about yourself, about your colleagues, and you have the opportunity to steer a little bit of the mothership in new directions, to explore new realms of what makes this community very special. We have a long list of awardees to acknowledge tonight, so this is my great pleasure to get started with this. Before I start, I want to thank, of course, the Executive Office, Beth and her team, and I want to thank our sponsors for making this event also possible today and this week. So let's get started with the awardees, and actually we're going to start with two new fellows that have been designated this year. I think we have a slide. So the fellowship is also a recognition of the impact and significance of the work that the nominated people have done for the community and in their science for brain imaging. So I would like to, on behalf of the council and the organization, to acknowledge Dr. Lucina Udin and Dr. Juan Helen Zhu as the two new fellows for the 2025 edition of the annual meeting. Congratulations to both. So now we'll call to the stage the awardees that will receive a plaque on behalf of your organization. And we're going to start with the champion of diversity and inclusivity, and in the person of Dr. Elvisha Damala. Elvisha?
Hi everyone, I just want to take a quick second to say thank you to all of the folks that nominated me for this award, to this entire community for truly embracing diversity and inclusivity as part of our research, our science, and our community. I want to also thank the OHBM Council and the Awards Committee. And I want to mention that our research and our science really thrive because of our diverse and unique perspectives. Now, with everything going on, it's more important than ever that we all embrace and advocate for diversity and inclusivity in each of our own ways. And I hope you all will join me in doing that. Thank you.
We're going to continue with the Open Science Award. So Open Science is vital to this organization. I think brain mapping in general has been at the forefront, one of the pioneer fields in science to approach and to adopt and to develop and grow open science practices. I'd like to invite everyone at the General Assembly on Friday morning to discuss about the future of open science. It's still a very strong interest of this organization. You may have heard there is a petition about, better featuring maybe open science at the occasion of the annual meeting. This is a discussion I would like everyone to basically take part in. So let's meet on Friday morning at the General Assembly to continue this discussion together. But tonight we are celebrating the awardee for open science in the person of Dr. Neda Jahanshad.
Thanks, everyone. Get your science open.
Next award is about replication, and I would like to call to the podium the awardee for replication this year in the person of Dr. Denis Chainmao, who I think was not able to make the trip to Brisbane, and I think Dr. Carolis Degoutis will accept the award on their behalf. Carolis, are you in the... Yes.
Thank you very much. I would just like to acknowledge Dennis Heimov, Romy Lawrence, and all our collaborators. Thank you.
Next up is the Sustainability Award. This year the awardee is Dr. Loïc Lannelong, who I think was not able to travel either this year. I think we can acknowledge Loïc on the slide, and I will put the plaque somewhere in my luggage to bring it back to him. So congratulations to Loïc and his group. All awards are important, but this one has a special place in our heart. This is to recognize the contributions of a so-called early career scientist in our field, and I'm very glad that this award goes to a local Aussie scientist that many of you know already in the person of Dr. James McShine.
This is an absolute spin-out. To be on Australian soil, to receive this award that for so long has been up there on a pedestal, something that I just so deeply wanted to be a part of in this community. I absolutely adore this community, and I love the way that we are inclusive. We work together to create really reproducible science that actually stands out in the world of science now as a bastion of how we should actually conduct ourselves. There are too many people to thank. I'd love to thank my family. I'd love to thank my amazing mentors and collaborators over the year. And I'd also really love to thank my team who are here with me today. So thanks very much, everyone.
Another very important award, I guess, for all the trainees in the room. It's to recognize the mentor of the year, I guess. So the Mentor Award goes to Dr. Amy Brotman.
We weren't given the brief that we had to say anything, so I haven't prepared. But so just to thank you so much, the organisers and the committees, to thank my prior mentors, because I think good mentors make good mentors, to thank my mentees. And I said to Michael, when I got the award, I actually didn't really, I mean, it was amazing and I'm incredibly grateful, but the letters that my mentees wrote were so meaningful. So thank you to my mentees. Thank you for letting me have, for giving me that trust and being able to guide you in some way. It's an incredible honour. Thank you very much.
Education, very essential to the lifeblood of the organization. We're just closing 2 days of educational workshops. And today we are recognizing the long-standing work on this topic in the field. So the Education in Neuroimaging Award goes to Dr. Jack Van Horn.
Thank you to OHBM, thank you to all my colleagues and friends and students past and former and current who nominated me. I'm absolutely delighted. I'm deeply humbled and very, very thankful. Thank you very much.
The next award goes to, is the Carl Ziles Award in Integrative Neuroscience. And this year, the award goes to Dr. Meishi Niu.
Thanks to the OHBM committee, this award really means a great deal to me. Since Carl was not just my PhD supervisor, he remains one of the most important mentors who shaped the way I think about brain. And I would like to also give my special thanks to Nicola Palomero Gallagher. If we say Carl was a visionary, then Nicola is the one who makes things happen. And I would like to thank all my mentors, colleagues, and the collaborators. This award isn't just for me, it's also about everyone who's been part of this journey. And thank you all for being here. I wish you enjoy the following days for this meeting. Thank you.
Last but not least, we're going to recognize, to close this award ceremony, at least for the time being, the Glass Brain Award of 2025. This is to recognize a figure in our field, someone who has contributed basically in all of the above areas that we just mentioned, that were just recognized by the other awards we just delivered. So definitely the awardee this year, I think everyone who has worked with him, especially his students, can recognize he's a great mentor. He's been at the forefront of replication in our field, a forerunner in open science, and also a very prolific early career scientist. And today, the entire OHBM community is very proud and very happy to recognize Dr. Steve Smith as the recipient of the 2025 Glass Brain Award.
Congratulations.
He said it was heavy. I didn't know it was that heavy. Well, huge thanks to OHBM and the Awards Committee for this honor. It has to be primarily a reflection of the hard work over nearly 30 years of the FIMRIB lab, and in particular the analysis group. Many, many people contributed to our work over the years, but I'd particularly like to thank a few for long-standing, deep contributions and collaborations. Mark Woolrich, Christian Beckman, Saad Jababdi, Tim Behrens, Mark Jenkinson, and Tom Nichols. Also massive thanks to Carla Miller, who's been an amazing friend and collaborator for over 20 years. Unfortunately, she's now also my boss. Finally, please can I thank the entire brain imaging community who have made this field such a rewarding and nice place to work. Thank you.
So we're going to move on to the next leg of the award ceremony, and I'm going to hand back the microphone or the podium to Dr. Michael Breakspear for the Best Paper Awards series.
Thank you, Sylvain, and once again, congratulations to all the award winners. Being on the awards committee was probably one of the highlights of the last academic year, to see the incredible wealth and breadth of talent in the community. All of the awardees' CVs and nominations spoke for themselves, but there are also many other extremely talented and deserved awardees. It was a difficult job for the committee to find the one person in each category, and I encourage everybody else to reapply or to think of people that you're working with who are mentors, who are champions of diversity, and who are doing wonderful science, and consider nomination, making next year's award committee job even harder. Next, we're going to move over to the Journal Awards, and I'm going to invite to the stage a very dear friend of mine, Dr. Peter Bandettini. He was editor-in-chief of a former journal, and now he's leading the vanguard of Aperture. So Peter, welcome to Brisbane, and welcome to the beginning of the Journal Awards.
Well, thank you, Michael. Pardon my cold. Just to get to it, the Aperture Neuro, the editors came up with after lots of discussion, we decided that the best paper is NIMath and FSL Math's replication as a method to enhance popular neuroimaging tools. And the first author is Dr. Chris Rorden, and it will be accepted by Dr. Stefan Bowman. Okay, and we also decided that to acknowledge the reviewers and to acknowledge the best reviewers that we've had. And this award, we decided, is to be given to Dr. Kevin Sitek, who is not at the meeting right now, but we'll just simply acknowledge him. So, thank you. And it's my honor to invite back to the stage Dr. Stephen Smith, the editor-in-chief of Imaging Neuroscience.
Great. So this is a really big honor. We had 350 papers published in 2024. Well, again, thank you. It really has taken off. So all of the 40 or so editors vote on the paper award. And the paper of the year award for 2024 for a novel, robust, and portable platform for MEG using OPMs goes to Holly Schofield and Ryan Hill.
G'day everyone. I think Steve was supposed to introduce me, but my name's Gary Egan and I'm a Deputy Editor-in-Chief of Human Brain Mapping. And look, it's an absolute pleasure on behalf of the HBM editorial team and the Wiley Journal to present this award for the best paper in HBM in 2024. And it goes to Taki Shinohara and his co-authors for a paper entitled Network Enrichment Significance Testing in Brain Phenotype Association Studies. Congratulations, Taki. And I'd now like to introduce to the stage Dr. Takimura for the Brain Structure and Function Award.
Hi everybody, so my name is Hiromasa Takemura. Then on behalf of Brain Structure and Function editorial team, so we are just very happy to announce this year's best neuroimaging paper. The title of the paper is Anatomical and Volumetric Description of the Guinean Dolphin, Sotarier guineensis brain from ultra-high field magnetic resonance imaging. Then awardee is Camila Averino de Souza. Then Dr. Nicola Palomero Gallagher will just accept the award on the behalf of the awardee. And I would like to also briefly announce a runner-up award in this year, just acknowledged by the slide. So the Stefania Ashimopoulos, the title of the paper is Generalizing Extract Tractography Protocol Across Common Macaque Brain Templates. So congratulations to the authors. So now I would like to invite Dr. Marta Garito, the program committee chair in year 2025, to the stage.
Thank you, Hiromasa. It is an absolute delight to welcome you all to Australia and to OHBM 2025. I am Marta Garrido, I'm your program's chair, and it is an absolute pleasure to serve you. I would also like to acknowledge Auntie and the traditional custodians of the land on which we gather, that is the Yagara and the Turrbal people, and recognize that they too have been making discoveries and sharing knowledge for thousands upon thousands of years. And we are so privileged to continue on that legacy today and for the rest of the meeting over the next 4 days. It is an honor to introduce our TALARAC speaker, Professor Paul Thompson, from the University of Southern California. He is one of the world's foremost leaders in brain mapping. Professor Thompson earned his MA in mathematics and classical languages from Oxford University and his PhD in neuroscience from UCLA. He directs the Enigma Consortium, a global alliance of over 2,500 scientists in 47 countries, working to map the brain in health and disease. With more than 1,500 publications and an age index of 206, his groundbreaking work has revealed over 500 genetic factors affecting brain structure and disease risk. Dr. Thompson has received numerous awards and honors and leads major NIH initiatives such as the AI for AD and the Enigma Center for Worldwide Medicine, Imaging, and Genomics. So without further ado, please join me in welcoming a visionary in brain imaging, Professor Paul Thompson.
Appreciate it very much. Thanks, Marta, for a very gracious introduction. It's a little bit terrifying to do this, but I really appreciate the invitation. And again, thanks to Marta and Michael and Sylvain and Lena for all you've done to bring us here. We're really enjoying the meeting, and it's a real pleasure. Appreciate it. So for the next 45 minutes, and I promise not to go over, I'd like to echo what Dr. Elvisha Damala said about diversity bringing us together. I mean, this has been a real thrill to be part of a worldwide collaboration in the global quest to map human brain diseases. And